Hello, 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 hello. Somebody wants to say hi. Come on, Rocky. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hello. This is our Rocky Doolittle, if you haven't met him already. My daughter put some soap in his hair, and you can feel it. Kisses to you subscribers. Thank you so much to my new ones. I met someone from Denmark the other day. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Rocky's going to say bye-bye. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to take a quick sip. Relax me a little bit. Thank you for the compliments on the hair. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I never know what's going to happen. Meghan's in the news. Meghan was in the news last week, but Meghan is in our news this week. And I turned it on the TV, and there it is, discussing RSVP and why haven't these two let the king know that they are going to the coronation, because according to the palace, they haven't responded yet if they're going or not. And so the big discussion is, would you leave someone waiting? This is such a stupid question, first of all, because we shouldn't be having this question. It's a common sense question. But let's go through it, and then I'm going to talk about why it's stupid. So I was watching this show, the women's Loose Women. There it is, Loose Women. And one of the journalists, one of the women said, if you were invited somewhere and got an invitation, would you RSVP? Like, wouldn't you try to get back to the person? So the first lady said, it was stupid. I don't even remember what she said. Something about, if it was a big to do, then, I would probably, wait, not respond. I don't know what her answer was. The second lady said, if I get an invite to a wedding, I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to look at the date, and I'm going to say, oh, I'm free. Let me RSVP and respond back. That's what you do. Okay, that makes sense. Then one said, no, like sometimes you get busy, and then you this is all about Meghan. Okay, remember that. This is all about Meghan, not Harry. Because Harry would have RSVP'd by now. He would have let his father know that he was coming. But no, Meghan has decided to make this about her and do this. And then we'll get into do this in a minute. But let's go back to the Little Women. And so, because it's a stupid conversation, because we shouldn't be having it. But since we are, because Meghan is in the news and wants to be, here we go. And so one of the commentaries, the lady said, she says, I'll get busy, with stuff. And then, oh, let me get my crown. Okay, I hope it looks okay. I had to pull it down because there. Oh, my nose is doing it. I'll keep doing this the whole time. Anyway. So the little lady, so one lady said that, no, if I get an invitation, I might put it underneath, something and forget about it. And then there you go. Oh, okay. And then another lady chimed in and said, yeah, I can see that happening. And I was like, this is just a very stupid conversation to have about an invitation, especially to a coordination. This is not a regular invitation invite. This is not an invite that you get every day. So it's not like Meghan and them are sitting over there not knowing if they're waiting on them. So that whole conversation with the women just really sounded a little stupid. First of all, when you get invited to a coronation by the king, you respond immediately, pretty much. That's just common sense. We haven't had a coronation since Elizabeth. I haven't seen one. But here's the kicker, is that Meghan and Harry are not knowing that this is happening. So when the lady was like, oh, you forget about it. Meghan and Harry didn't forget about the invitation, idiots. That's all I'm trying to say, is that they were on there having these scenarios that didn't make sense to the situation. The situation should have went a little like this. If I was on the panel, I would have said, no, ladies, stop. First of all, this is not your regular wedding, christening, to do kind of an invitation. This is a royal invitation, an invite that you will probably never see again in your lifetime, that you would be privileged to be at, to say that you were even there in history, because it will be written in the history books who was there and what happened and what surrounded the whole thing. And so the whole conversation just sounded stupid. That the only one that sounded with sense was that the first lady that said, you look at the invitation, you've been invited, you look at June and say you're there. But you shouldn't even have to look at June, Adele, and the rest of those that have decided that they're not going to show after the king has invited them. It's just crazy that people would even think about not going. Ed Sheeran, I'm sorry. I don't get it. Let me get an invite. I'm stopping it. Like we would make it. But this is that silly stuff. And then the one that was like, oh, no, I might forget about it. Oh, you're going to forget about an invitation to a coronation to go to the UK. You're going to forget it. Oh, okay. That made a lot of sense. And I know it's hypothetically, but get to the point. The point is that an invitation was sent out long time ago, enough time for them to get back to the king and let them know so they can prepare for their security, because they are high risk, because they can't keep their mouth shut. Now, I can tell you that Harry went and spared and started talking about how many Taliban bonds that he killed, and that they was not happy about that at all. And he put everybody at risk, his family and the royal family. But, he's got that woman over there giving him advice, but she's empowering. Check this out. You got someone that hasn't responded to an invitation to this prestigious event that I'm sure Lady C would have been like, oh yeah, I'll be there. But Meghan is still pondering. That's that arrogance. That's that I'm better than everybody else and everybody's waiting on me. Watch me. She wants to be in the news. She wants us to be talking about how they're waiting on her. And if she's not, I may have it wrong. And so I wrote down a few things why she would probably be enjoying this. Because you have people talking about it now on talk shows and the news. And when she hits the news, this got to be what she wants. I beg to differ, it's they. I don't refer to Harry and Meghan as they anymore. I refer them as Meghan. This is one person doing the job. You don't have Harry doing any of this. He's just following the lead. That's it. He is a puppet. He is a puppet, and she's pulling the strings, the real deal, and telling him when, what, and how to say it, and when to say it, and how not to say it. And if you need receipts, go over there to Real Housewives of Recap. She will show you. I saw some videos over there that blew my mind, that how the control she started having on Harry from the beginning. And Angela Levin says it all the time. And so does Tom Bauer. But it's it's more than just control. Harry's not well. Harry's not well. He's not doing good. He's depressed. He's anxious. He's trying to figure out what the hell happened and how did all this go wrong. And then he's just going along with it and pretending. Because he doesn't have a voice. Because do you honestly think that Harry would still be having his father wait while everybody's trying to prepare for everything, for their arrival? Because all in all, Harry is the son of a king. And he is a part of the royal family. And they want to make sure that his security is taken care of. But see, Meghan likes to play games. And so they got loose women on there talking about what they would do with an invitation. So I put down this. I put, what reasons would Meghan have to keep everyone waiting? And we're not everyone. Everyone meaning everyone that needs to know. Okay? Everyone needs to know because of all these reasons. Security, where they're going to be, if they're, just making sure. But now that they haven't, I believe, and I know what they're going to do. They're going to prepare for them regardless. And so Meghan, it doesn't matter because this is how I see it. Meghan's like, you have to feel some type of arrogance, some type of disrespect, some type of nastiness not to be able to respond to the king and let him know if you're coming or not, knowing that it's right here front and center. There's a lot to unpack with this. It really is. I could go all day, and that's probably why I needed a live session. But here's the deal. Why? I always ask myself, why does she do the things that she do? Because that blows my mind. So it's not even really about missing the deadline. It's just about the immature, nasty way that she decides that I'm going to do it when I get ready to, if I decide to do it, and when I decide to do it. That's the kind of attitude that we're seeing. Are you seeing anything else? Are you seeing that it slipped her mind? Do you think, I want to know, the Sussex Squad, do you think that Meghan, it just slipped their minds that the coronation is coming up? How would it slip their mind and it's on his birthday, Archie's birthday? Same, everything the same. And so it's so much. Okay, let's move on. So my first thought was, well, she wants to be in the news. She wants to be talked about again. She wants to be headline, and it really doesn't matter which headline it is. And then my second thought was, well, maybe it's because they haven't met her demands. Look how much power that is. They haven't met her demands. So since they haven't responded to her demands, this was the second thought, then if they can't do the list that I gave them, then I am not giving them an answer about if I'm coming or not. That's Meghan. That's what she told Harry. She says, Harry, no. If they can't tell me if I'm going to be on the balcony, if I'm going to have a tiara, if they're going to mention Archie's name during the ceremony, and if I'm not going to be able to, be a part of this, then I'm not even going to respond. Because they haven't met any of my demands, and they're not even saying anything. All they want to know, Harry, if we're coming. We should know more. I'm the wife. And they haven't given me my apology from when I went on Oprah Winfrey and told them that they were racist and that I was suicidal and that the kids wasn't going to get the titles. They haven't apologized for that either yet. And then also too for making me write that letter to my dad, and then it got leaked, and then they didn't even do anything to help me. They didn't even say anything to the press to deny it. They wouldn't write on my behalf that all this stuff was fake. They fed me to the wolves, and then they took away our security. They took away our money. They did all this to us, and I just, it was horrible. I had to leave, and now it's time for them to go back. It's time for them to face the fire. It's time for them to face the people that they backstabbed. Face, God, maybe I need to be a little bit nicer or a little bit more, not one-sided, I'll try. So now it's time for her to face, those that she wronged. It's in there. Or those that she accused. How about that? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And Spare, docuseries, Oprah Winfrey, you name it, the Spotify, all of it. Now it's time for her to return. But it's not that that's making her hesitant to go back. It's the demands. This girl she is relentless, ruthless. That if she doesn't get her way, she will let you know that she is not happy. I am not happy with what's going on with this, Harry. We have been fair to them. They haven't apologized to me. And now, it's time for us to go over there to the royal coronation. And this is her with her crown. And they're not even letting us know what's going on. So I'm no. Well, you tell me what you think that's going on in that room, that conversation, as to why the courtiers and everyone, the security, everyone is freaking out. Not freaking out. They're causing problems. This is how you cause problems. This is how you stir up drama. This is how you become on the front page of tabloids and news, because you're acting like maybe a spoiled brat. Or, the other thing, like, if I don't get my way, screw you. I'm not going, so I'm not, if I didn't RSVP, that means I'm not coming. Maybe she's not going. Maybe but even if you're not going, you still got to let them know you're not coming. Meghan. When this girl is crazy. It blows my mind that she does this stuff without any conviction or any thought to anyone else's feelings or anyone else. It doesn't matter what's going on in the other world. It's what's going on in my world, and my world wants this. And if I can't have this, because it can happen, you guys can make it happen. That's what she's telling them. Make it happen. God, I forgot what I was laughing about. It sucks because I wanted you guys to know. But you let me know what you think. That the RSVP hasn't been decided yet. And this will go on and go on. I think it's number one. Meghan wants to be in the news no matter what it is. And she just wants to be, it's Meghan. She thinks that people are going to think that it's Harry. No. I have so many questions. I know none of you guys are thinking that this is Harry. I would hope that you know that all of the finger moving and the gossip and the talking and the decision making and the negotiations come from Meghan. Because Harry would go over there and not get on the balcony and do exactly what needs to be done and come on right back and be done with it. Because you can't tell me that this is the life that Harry decided to pick over a more calmer one versus Meghan's celebrity Montecito world. Ooh, speaking of that, okay, let me move on. I was listening to someone's channel today, and they were saying something about why Meghan had left the UK. Or she doesn't like the UK. And this is, no. Meghan doesn't hate the UK. Meghan just doesn't want to be in UK. No. She wants to be where the celebrities are. She's always wanted to be there all her life. That's what she's dreamed about. Okay? But it sounds like she's got a bucket list, because I'm sure she dreamed about that prince. She got that. And I believe maybe somewhere in her brain, she feels like she can just have everything that she wants because she keeps getting it. Maybe her father gave it to her. Harry's given it to her. All her boyfriends and husbands gave it to her. All her friends gave it to her. All her family gave it to her. Everybody always gives to her. And then in return, it's just crumble. Those that would talk, Tom Bower's book,